After less the result edgy after less if the result edge of the cut is very rough. Immediately smooth it with sandpaper that attach to the grinder. The edge of ceramic can also be polished to have a same color and luster. Thank you, Miss.
Oke, thank you Agung. Bukannya kamu kemarin yang ngechat saya untuk the real demo? Gak jadi?
Awalnya mau coba yang masakan nggak jadi, Miss.
Oke, oke. Alright. Alright, good. Thank you very much Agung for sharing. Next we have Ali.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ali Muhammad Ramdhani. Here I want to describe how to use a drill. Before you begin, do you know what a drill is? A drill is a tool used for making holes and driving screw to the wood or wall. If you want to use a drill, the first thing you do is to prepare the drill and the screw. There are so many type of screws, so choose the screw you want to use. After that, select the drill bit. It's very important to choose the drill bit. It's very important to determine the size and depth of the holes you want to make. After that, put the chosen bit to the drill head and make sure the drill bit is in the middle of the drill head. Then rotate the chuck clockwise. The chuck is a black part in the front of the drill. Rotate it clockwise to tighten the drill bit. Make sure the drill bit is installed properly. Next is to check the battery or power source of the drill. If your drill is use a power battery, make sure your drill has a charged battery in it. Using a battery that isn't fully charged can make the drill slow. And if your drill is has to plug to the power source, make sure is plugged in properly. Then mark the wood or wall that you want to punch hole. You can mark it using pencil and the ruler. When you finish that, then you can start drilling. Put the tip of the drill bit to the wood or wall that you are already marked. Then press the trigger and start drilling slowly. After the drill bit make a small hole, speed up the drill bit.
What do you use it
and
for?
apply constant pressure.
What do you use
The
it
holes
for?
are
Oh,
deep enough,
saya
pull the
tuh
drill bits out.
suka ngegambar Miss dulu.
After that,
Jadi
put the
ngedit-ngedit di situ.
screw into the
Oh, I
holes
see.
and
Okay.
put
Thank
the
you very much,
tip of the
Safi,
drill
for
bit
sharing.
to the screw head. Once you done that, then press the trigger again and apply constant pressure until the screw fit perfectly to the hole. When you finish, put the drill bit to the right place and put the drill away and clean the dust from the drilling earlier. That's it from me, Miss. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ali.
Data coordinate.
Okay, next we have Widiawati.
Izin share screen, Miss. Udah ada, Miss?
Hah? Mana belum? Oke. Right. Dah.
Udah. Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Widyawati and I want to tell you about how to bat a cat. Before we begin, prepare warm water in a large basin. The size of the basin must be bigger than the cat. First, calm the cat so it doesn't panic when it gets splashed. Then, after the cat is calm, put the cat in the container filled with water earlier. Next, wet the cat's body from head to body. After that, pour some cat shampoo, rub it on the cat's body, and massage gently. During this process, usually I will talk to my cat like, "Are you okay? Are you cold? I'm sorry." Yes, it sounds weird, but it works to calm my cat, so it doesn't look like someone in a trance. After that, rinse the cat's body again and then repeat the previous steps and up to 2 until 3 times. The next step is to wipe the cat's face, then lift the cat, give it a towel and dry it. Lastly, we can dry the little body using a hairdryer, fan, or whatever that can help dry the cat's body. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, good. Thank you. Is it your cat, Vidya?
Iya, Miss.
Oh, I see. How many cats do you have at home?
Satu.
Oh, satu. Okay, good. Thank you, Vidya.
Yes, Miss.
Andika.
Yeah, Miss. So today I will tell you how to create rectangle on AutoCAD. First, open the AutoCAD application, but if you don't have it, you must download it first. Next, click Start Drawing to start new project, and then type REC on the layer to activate a rectangle. After that, click anywhere and then type length and width of the rectangle you want to create. Finally, the rectangle create is finished. For the example, kayak gini.
Okay. All right.
Kayak gini.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Thank you so much, Andika. And next we have Adlil.
Izin share screen, Miss.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will to tell you about how to make a brick wall. The first thing you do is prepare all the tools, namely is sieve, wall spoon, mixing mat or box, brick bed, roskam, water pass, roller, thread, unting-unting, or skistor, and plastic to cover the mixture. The materials we will use are bricks, cement, sand, and water. Before starting the work of installing stone on the wall, we must make a mortar first. Sift the sand first to separate the sand from the gravel or coral. Make sure the sand looks soft and is ready to use. Before installing the bricks must be soaked for about 3 to 8 minutes. The next step is to make a mixture of cement and sand or so-called mortar in a mixing box with enough water or until it produces a flow fire mixture that is with a ratio of cement and sand. Cover the ready-to-use mixture with plastic to reduce evaporation of water. After the mortar is ready, the next stage is the installation of brick walls. Install the roller, measuring the brick layer vertically, then measure it with a scissor. Install the thread puller horizontally, then measure with the water fitting or water pass. Determine the layer thickness on the roller, measuring the vertical direction. Measure according to the thickness of the brick plus the thickness of the patch of approximately 6 to 10 millimeter. Make sure the surface of the brick is clean and not dusty so that the mixture can be perfectly glued. Begin the installation of the first layer, starting with the installation of mortar or spaces on the base. Install the stones with a cross technique or zigzag technique. Process layer by layer and control direction of the masonry with the squiggle tools. If there is residual mortar that sticks imperfectly or exceeds the thickness of the brick, then clean it immediately before it hardens. The last step you have to do is make sure the finished masonry is protected from direct sunlight by covering it with plastic and dusting it with water. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Fadlil. Okay, next we have Amanda.
Okay, Miss, izin share screen. Sudah ada.
Oke, udah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I am Amanda Sinta Fadila. I want to tell you about how to install wallpaper on the wall properly and correctly. The tools we need are a ladder, brush, small wooden board or cloth, measuring tape, a pencil, and cutter. The first is to clean the walls from nail and stain so that the wallpaper can be installed properly. After that, measure the height and width using a measuring tape so that the size of the wallpaper on the wall is fits. Don't forget to use the ladder to reach high places. Then draw a straight line on the wall using a pencil for easy installation. Next, apply wallpaper glue on the wall using a brush evenly little by little. After that, we can install the wallpaper slowly. Make sure each end of the walls is close and the end of the wallpaper does not cross the line we drew. Do it carefully so that the wallpaper is neatly attached. Next, flatten the wallpaper using a small wood board or cloth. It must be from the middle to the edge so that the air bubble come out. Then, using a cutter, cut if the wallpaper is too much. Be careful when using the cutter. And now your wall looks beautiful. That's all from me. Sorry for if there are any wrong word. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good. Thank you very much, Amanda. Okay. Next we have Amira.
Yes, Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to tell you how to improve your language skill with Duolingo. Duolingo is a learning platform to learn language. It comes with mobile apps and a website, and you can use it on website that you can open it in laptop or computer. Before that, let me share screen first. Assalamualaikum. Okay. Sudah kelihatan, Miss?
Sudah.
So when you open the Duolingo website, it's look like this. It's not look like this because actually it's actually it look like this, and somehow I don't know, when I open it again in desktop it's like this, and I can go back to this web. So in this website there is menu bar. Menu bar in here. There is learn from the top left, stories, discuss, shop, and more advanced tool. And this is what language do you want to learn? You can choose another course in here. If you're not English speaker, you can choose in here. If you only can speak bahasa, just click bahasa Indonesia, and the language courses for Indonesian speaker is it's English only. But for the English speakers, there's many more language you can learn. Okay, let's go to the how to use it. When you open it, you can choose your path. For beginners, start at basic, and advanced learner take a short test and get the placement test. And Duolingo will place you in the correct way to learn language. Because I didn't learn French before, so let's go to the basic. It's really easy and simple to use Duolingo because it starts with a simple one like this. Which one of this is the cat? Can we see from the from the picture, the cat is here.
Le chat.
And you can hear that cat in French is le chat.
Le chat.
And then say, and it's right. And
Le garçon.
you can and the tips from Pro Duolingo is when you learn some word, you have to repeat it out loud because it's online. It is online and you can menambah speaking skill, your speaking skill. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Amira. How many languages have you learned from Duolingo, Amira?
Maybe,
French is your standard or
3.
what? 3 languages. What are they?
Yes. French, English, of course, and Japanese. A little bit, but I forget.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Amira, for sharing about Duolingo. Okay, well, next we have Uni.
Can you izin share screen? Nangis.
Kenapa?
Bentar Miss, agak ini.
Atau kalau misalnya sinyalnya nggak kuat, kamu bisa turn off the camera aja.
Udah belum Miss?
Oke, udah.
Okay. Good morning everyone. My name is Yuni. I want to explain or I want to tell you how to make pudding. Before that, I'm sorry, I'm using my old photos from my assignment in senior high school. And let me start it. Before you make pudding, you have to prepare the tools and the ingredients. The ingredients are 2 sachet instant pudding, 300 grams sugar, 1400 milliliter of water, and for the optional ingredients, you can add 2 sachet condensed milk and 2 sachet vanilla extract. Also, you can add toppings if you want. For the tools, you need our spoon, saucepan or medium pan, jelly mold, stove, refrigerator. Next, first step to make pudding. In the saucepan or the medium pan, mix together sachets instant milk pudding, sugar, and the optional ingredients. Then add water, then mix it well. After that, you can bring the pan to the stove, then stir the mixture constantly over normal heat. When it started boiling, you can reduce the heat to low, but don't stop stirring. Stir it until the mixture gets thickened. Then you can turn off the stove. Pour the mixture to the jelly mold. Let it still until it's not hot anymore or until the mixture already set. And next, if the mixture already set, you can serve the pudding in the serving plate, or you can store it to refrigerator before serving for the cold sensation. Also, you can add the toppings if you want, like flour or Oreo for the toppings, and your pudding is ready to serve.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yuni. Okay. Right. Thank you. Next, we have Elvira.
Okay, Miss. Good morning, everyone. I want to tell you about how to make sambal colo.
Sambal what?
Colo.
Okay.
Terus. Firstly, prepare the container for ingredients. There are fresh tomatoes, limes, red onions, chili, salt, and micin. Next, slice all the ingredients. The first must be the tomato, and then the others. Next, mix the ingredients that have been sliced and add salt, micin, limes to taste. And the last, sambal colo is ready to be served. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Elvira. Anwar. Anwar next.
Yes, Miss. Okay, thank you. I want to tell about describing process of how to use hammer test. Anyone know hammer test? Hammer test is a construction tool used to the test maximum load that can be accepted by concrete. Jadi nguji beban maksimal yang dapat ditampung oleh beton. Gitu. First, determine the test point. Test points are usually taken as many 5 points. Make a point using chalk or marker. Next, shoot the hammer test on the concrete. Place the tip of the plunger on the end of the hammer test tool at the point to be shot in a perpendicular on inclined direction to surface of the concrete to be tested. Then, hold on the shooting point. At the time tip of the plunger will disappear into the nest, there will be a shot by the plunger again to the concrete. And press the button located near the base of hammer test. After that, this is the preventamide firing point in the stem. The last step is record the result issued by the hammer test. Then analyze the result data from the hammer test at each point. That's all from me. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Anwar. Next, we have Safwa.
Okay, Miss. Now I will describing about how to use chopstick, and maybe I will show it. I have a chopstick here. First, hold your dominant hand as though you are going to shake hands with someone, and then put your chopstick under your thumb and resting it on the palm, and then hold your second chopstick between your thumb and your forefinger like this, and then bend your ring finger and little finger and tuck your middle finger under the lower stick like this, and then put your middle finger under the top chopstick like this, And lastly, move the top chopstick up and down to grip food.
Oh, I see.
And enjoy your food.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you very
That's
much, Tafwa. Thank you very much for
Thank you, Miss.
showing us the tips how to use chopstick. Good. Thank you very much. Next, we have Deoni.
Okay, hello everyone. In here, I want to tell you how to download AutoCAD. First of all, I want to explain you what is AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a computer software for 2 or 3-dimension drawing developed by Autodesk. AutoCAD used by civil engineer, land develop, architect, mechanical engineers, interior designer, and others. So this is the way to download AutoCAD. The first thing you need to do is open the Autodesk site and select Education button, then click Home. After that, an account by filling the requirement using your personal data and registering with an active email, then open the email and it's used for verification. When your account is verified, the next step is to log in to Autodesk using the registered account. After you successfully log to Autodesk, select About Autodesk Education filter, then click Download Free Software. Once you have done that, several Autodesk applications will appear, one of which is AutoCAD. Select the AutoCAD and start filling data such as institutional origin, email, and the other personal data, then click Confirm. After confirming the other, there will be a command, drag document here or browse, then wait for the answer from the email. After the email has been responded, click Get Product, then select AutoCAD and sign in using your Autodesk account. Next, select the Get Product and install and select Accept. The next step is finding the download file and right-click on your mouse, then select Run as Administrator. The last thing you do is enter the download AutoCAD using your Autodesk account in order to use it. So AutoCAD is ready to use. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Deoni. Next, we have Putra. Muhammad Putra.
Tes, ada suaranya nggak, Mas?
Ada.
Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Putra Manullah. I will tell you about describing a process is of how to cook instant noodle. Okay, instant noodle is one of the favorite food consumed in Asian countries. One of them in our country in Indonesia. Many instant noodle products in this country. There are Indomie, mie sedap, super mie, sarimi, and a lot of product with many variant flavors. Instant noodle become the favorite because it's easy to find them, even in the small shop, and we and when you cook, not spend much time. Okay, the following is how to present instant noodle. First step, before begin, you prepare all tools and all ingredients. The tools, there are the stove, the saucepan, the bowl, and the spoon and fork. And ingredients, and 1 pack of instant noodle and water. Okay, next step, boil some water in saucepan. The pan must be large for accommodate noodles and the water. And then after the water boiling, you can put the noodles into the pan. Okay, be careful, don't the water touch your hands. And next, cook the noodles 3 until 5 minutes. 3 until 5 minutes. And then next, while waiting for the noodles are cooked, you can put the flour into the bowl. And then if the noodle are cooked, put the noodles into the bowl. Then stir and mix the flour with the noodles. Use a spoon or and fork. And then finally, your noodle is ready to be served. Okay, Miss.
Okay, good. Thank you, Putra.
Okay, Miss.
Next we have Nesha.
Ada suaranya, Miss?
Ada.
Izin share screen ya, Miss?
Ya.
Okay, everyone. Apa udah ada?
Udah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So in here, I wanna describing about how to buy a ticket with application in Indonesia, of course. For example, in here, there's a lot of application. For example, like XX1, Tix ID, and CGV. But for today, I will example to describe about the CGV. Okay. Next, the first one we must to install an application, of course. After we install that, we must the registration with our email, and this is the first when we open the application after we are registration. And the first we must choose a location. Like example, I'm choose a Bandung, and then we must choose a movie what we want watch. Like I'm using the Eternals movie, and we click the book now, and we choosing the studio, like studio and schedule. And like example, I'm using a Pascal 23 or BCMO like this, and then we click the seat where we want, and then we click next, and we get a barcode to redeem for ticket. So we redeem a ticket to using a barcode or code, and then the ticket is free. Maybe just that for me.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Nesha.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. All right. Next we have Latifa.
Ada suaranya, Miss?
Ada.
Sorry if I turn off the camera because the signal is not good. Izin share screen, Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will describe a process of how to use a printer. First, plug the power cord from the printer into a electric socket and turn on the printer. After that, connect a USB cable to connect the printer to the computer. Open the printer settings on the computer and click Control Panel. Look for the option to add a new printer. Next, try printing something from the printer. Open the file to be print. Select the print icon or simply press Ctrl P from the keyboard. Then it will appear like this. Find and select the printer used from the list of the printer option provided, and click print. In the end, the file has been printed. That's, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Latifa. Next we have Rizky.
Yes, Miss. I will use my other device to present it. May I can add?
Yes, yes.
So I will try to. Bentar, Miss. Nah, apakah sudah terlihat, Miss?
Oh, udah. Oke.
Sebentar, Miss. Saya pin dulu.
Pin, ya dipin dulu. Kecil.
Bentar, Miss. Aduh. Apakah sudah besar, Miss?
Saya ngepin sendiri, nggak tahu kalau yang lain.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yang lain silakan ngepin sendiri share-nya Rizky.
So maybe you want to pin me first. Okay. Assalamualaikum everybody. In this session, I'm going to share with you a few essential tips you can use to improve and sketch better like an architect.
Jadwal harusnya minggu depan kan?
Bentar Rizky.
Oke, Miss.
Ya. Oke, Rizky, sorry. Oke, boleh diulang lagi, Rizky?
Okay. Attention everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everybody. Rizky here. In this session, I'm going to share with you a few essential tips you can use to improve and sketch better like an architect. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional and still studying as well. And here I'm not teaching anyone. I'm here just want to share with you guys some tips and tricks that I've been using. So I'm sorry if I made a mistake. First thing first, you will have to prepare your drawing equipment such as pencil, ballpoint, eraser, and maybe a ruler come in handy. We will start with what I think is the most important one, is line weight. Line weight is simply how thick or thin the line that you are using. So, thick line shows what's more important. It can also signify heavy material like stone or concrete, for example. Thin line are fainter and appear farther away in your drawings. Use thin line to render texture, lighter materials, and generally highlight less important objects or supporting information. And there are medium line weight, which make up the middle ground of the drawings. In architectural drawings, which are primarily two-dimensional, it can look more natural when you use a different type of line weight. Now, a couple of quick tips. Don't afraid that your drawing will go messy, because we will make it cleaner when we add a thick line. So when you draw, you will a lot use a thin line to make a sketch first, like this. So when you have thin lines, you can add thick lines to basically highlight your drawings like that. So there are thin line and thick lines. And the next is move your arm in a fluid motion. Don't just use the wrist. Try to use your entire arm so your line will be cleaner. Because when you use your entire arm, you will make a straight line like nah, like this, like this, like this. So you will be easy to make a straight line because when you use your wrist, it will make a slightly curved line, which we don't want to use. Like soalnya kalau kita pakai wrist, it will make a slightly curve, not a straight line like we use our hand, like that. After that, in architectural drawing, there are corners. Corners are important to make your drawing look like an architect drawing. Corner lines should overlap just a bit like this. So your drawing will not looking like this or looking like this. So you may want to overlap your corner just a bit. After that, the next step is to determine which drawing you will be sketching. There are a lot of sketching techniques. You can do it like usual, two-dimensional planes, or you may want to draw perspective sketching. So in perspective drawings, there are one-point perspective, like this. One-point perspective is basically you make a one point that you will be using for other objects. Like we will make an example. So in here, I will draw something. So when you draw in one point perspective, there will from one point to make another objects like this. In this drawing, like in a middle of city, from a plane to this is like skyscraper and town, like that, or maybe you can draw anything else. And after that, nanti. Ayo lagi belajar. So
yang sabar.
The other one is two-point perspective.
Ikut kasih pinjam dulu.
So in two-point perspective, you will have 2 points to determine your object. So it will be looking like this. There is 2 points, and you just draw something in the line. It looking like that. So there is 2-point perspective. After that, you start drawing some lines where your drawing will be. So we have to determine which are we will be sketching. And this time I will use a 2-point perspective to show you guys in this session. So first thing first, we will draw some line on where your drawings will be from far left to far right. So draw line, and this is what we call horizon line. Uh, this is horizon line, which is the height of the eye of the viewer. Next, we will pick vanishing point. Vanishing point in the far left, right here maybe, or uh, any anywhere where you want, and pick the far right vanishing point. So after that, we will draw some horizontal line, which is your height of the object. So after that, we will add a diagonal line from top of this line to finishing point, like something like this. But if you not confident of your straight line, you can use a ruler. So you maybe can add like some little line from here to there, like that. But it's look like it not perfect, but we will just continue. So add more vertical line to make your other corner of your object. So add, and there you have it, a cube. After that, we will add some like horizontal line again for another corner of the building. So you add line, you still have to connect it with finishing point. Don't worry, your drawing will be messy because we will add a highlight with your thick line. So after that, use your finishing point again. These are basically your apa ya namanya, your must to be. You have to draw a finishing point where you want to draw your object. If you use two point perspective. After that, maybe we want to add some atap roof. Just add a little diagonal point. Connect to the finishing point again. And tick your line where you want the roof to be. So I will slightly make my roof a bit darker. And after that, to open that. You can just press when you want to. After that, use your finishing point again. A bit like that. So once you done the best drawing, you will want to darken the important line of your drawings. So we will darken the important lines first to show the object that you want to draw. Maybe you want to add some details like pintu maybe, or like a door. You just add some other vertical lines, and you drag it to finishing point and add another vertical lines in other side, but you must add it at the line of the finishing point. After that, we maybe want to add some depth to our drawings. So we want to make a finishing point here and there. It's basically just you make a drawing from finishing point. So after that, the last thing you do is add some detail on your drawing, such as trees or maybe pedestrian, roads, etc. Like maybe you want to add some trees to make your drawings like apa ya, more natural maybe, or you might add some road to your drawings, be like that, something like that. Will add your drawings more like an architect drawings. And there you have it, how to draw like an architect and some example of 2-point perspective drawings. Hope I share something useful for you today. Thank you very much, and I'm really sorry if there are some mistakes and uh, my presentation is not good enough for you, or you are maybe a bit skillful drawers than I am. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Rizky, for
Thank you very much, Miss.
Okay, bentar. Okay, good. Right. Thank you very much, Rizky, for showing us how to sketch, how to do the sketching or drawing, architectural drawing. Honestly, I'm really not good at art. I'm really not good at drawing. So even though tadi yang kamu perlihatkan garis dan menggaris, tetap aja kelihatan di sayanya susah. Karena I'm not able to draw at all. Jadi ini garis-garis aja kok kayaknya gampang, tapi if I practice it myself, I will not be able to do it. Even itu cuma menggaris-garis saja, I will not be able to do it, really, because I'm very bad at drawing and any kind of arts. I'm very bad at it. So that's very good. Thank you very much, Rizky, for sharing about technical drawing. Now we move to Naufal Aditya. morning. Thank you very much, Naufal. Has everybody here got vaccinated already? All of you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Good then.
Yes,
Good thing.
Miss.
Okay, good. Well, next we have Teddy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Betul.
I wanna tell you about how to get friends.
Oh, good.
First, you have to find the target, and then say hello to him. Do it like you guys are familiar. After that, you have to get straight to the point. That wanna be friend. After that, you introduce yourself and ask him to introduce himself. Uh, After that, I'm sure you guys are familiar. You guys are friends.
Okay, good. Teddy, do you have many friends?
Yes, Miss.
Oh yes, good. Jadi teknik ini dipakai sendiri.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Teddy, for sharing how to get friends. Okay, then the last one we have Sania.
Maaf nih sebelumnya suaranya putus-putus deh.
Enggak putus-putus enggak?
Izin testing.
Ya.
Okay, in here I want to ask you guys, have you ever experienced this accident? Or maybe this? If you have ever experienced this accident, it means you use hammer in the wrong way. So to avoid that, you have to use hammer safely and effectively. And this way, before you begin, you need to prepare the nail and the hammer. And the first thing to do is hold the hammer, grip the handle closer to the bottom, not in the middle, but closer to the bottom. With your thumb is pointing up. Next step is place the nail where desired, and then hold the nail near to the top, so it would not miss and not can smash your accident like. And after that, hit the nail and draw back the hammer. Do it repeatedly with elbow motion less than 90 degrees, and always watch the head of the nail, not the hammer. And then the blow shouldn't be violent because it would make the nail bend, or maybe it would make the damage the surface of the wall or the wood. And the next step is when the nail has stuck about 1/3 of its height, remove your hand from the nail and then you continue hitting the nail until it completely stuck. But the hammer has two sides, doesn't it? So the another side is the claw. This claw it is used for pull out the nail. So the first thing if you want to use this claw, the first thing to do is you have to place the head of the nail in the middle of the shape, and next place the scrap wood under the hammer to avoid marring wood nail, and lastly, you pull back the grip and pull out the nail so you got the nail detached from the wood. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sania. Okay, well, so all of you here has already explained or has already described the process of doing something that you like or that you master very well. That's good. Thank you very much. And I think that this is the last 2 week before you have the Christmas and New Year holiday, right? So this will be this week, and there will be one more meeting next week. So after that, you will have your Christmas and New Year's Eve holiday, New Year's holiday, and then after that, directly you are going to have your final examination on the starting on the 3rd of January 2022. Okay. Well, since actually we have already finished all the topics, So for next week, there will be no more materials that we are going to discuss. But actually, I'm going to tell you a little bit about doing presentation, doing formal presentation. Okay, because previously in many occasions you have practiced doing presentation, including today. Kamu sudah practice doing presentation, but sometimes what you need to know or you need to understand is how to do a very effective presentation and how to do a presentation correctly and properly in English gitu. Nah, jadi minggu depan if we have time, minggu depan kalau tidak ada kalau tidak ada nggak ada kerjaan mendadak dan segala macam, we will meet again one more time talking about how to do a proper presentation in English. But I guess that we are not going to use whole 4 hours, maybe around 1 or 2 hours only, because this is only the additional material. And this additional material itu tidak termasuk sebenarnya ke dalam silabus atau ke dalam kurikulum kalian, karena kalian punya 1 minggu lagi. So we will try to use it. We will try to use that one more meeting untuk explaining about how to actually do a presentation, because next semester, di semester 2 kalian itu materinya akan lebih ke reading. Nah, ketika reading usually biasanya kalau semester 1-nya sama saya, semester 2-nya sama saya. Nah, di reading itu kamu mungkin saja akan presentasi gitu. Nah, tapi mata kuliah speaking itu sendiri hanya ada di semester ini. Jadi di semester depan nggak mungkin lagi belajar presentasi gitu maksudnya. Jadi to prepare you for the next semester, we will try to learn a little bit about how to conduct a presentation, a formal presentation. Jadi mumpung kita masih punya 1 minggu lagi, so next week we will still meet for 1 or 2 hours only, still in GMeet to discuss about that. Now for your UAS, because there are only 2 big topics yang kamu pelajari setelah UTS ya. Jadi describing process and describing jobs, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, for UAS, 2 materi itu akan ditaruh ke UAS. Mungkin juga akan dimasukkan sedikit materi dari sebelum UTS, beberapa materi sebelum UTS, but not much. Lebih banyaknya yang materi yang ini, talking about jobs and talking about process. Gitu. Okay, well before we close this meeting, do you have something to discuss or something to say, something to ask before we dismiss this meeting? Right, no? So far, so good? Okay, good then. So, see you next week, everyone. Thank you very much for today, and hope that we can finish this semester very well next week. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.